Red Bull is troubled by the use of flexible front wings by two of its main rivals in Formula One, McLaren and Ferrari. This part of the car can provide a significant advantage if used correctly, and now it seems Mercedes has also made a big step with a similar trick. But what is the secret behind this? This type of dispute is not new in F1, where the battle between teams and the FIA has been ongoing for decades. Teams invest enormous amounts of money to optimize their aerodynamic elements and try to find loopholes in the rules, while the federation frequently restricts relevant tests to balance the competition. However, teams often manage to stay ahead of regulations. Currently, front wings are under the spotlight again. These components undergo rigorous load tests and cannot deflect more than 3 millimeters. However, the trick is that during tests, everything seems to comply with the rules, but when the car is on the track, teams manage to achieve the desired effect, impacting the airflow around the car. The rules were last reinforced in August with a technical directive that did not only apply to front wings. Aston Martin had to modify its piece because it was not properly attached to the nose. When the green cars became slower, many noticed the correlation between the two events. Now, front wings are back in the spotlight. Red Bull is accusing McLaren and Ferrari of flexing their front wings beyond the allowed limit under heavy loads. The team from Milton Keynes wanted to protest along with Aston Martin, but the Silverstone team refused as they are also developing a similar solution. Mercedes, on the other hand, also suspects that McLaren and Ferrari are doing something irregular, but instead of taking action against them, they are developing their own new front wing. The performance over the weekend in Canada suggests that this new wing is working very well. Each team has its own method, just said an engineer. Some tilt the wing flaps backward, others move the entire wing or lower the wing flap. Regardless of the approach, the goal is always the same: to achieve a good balance in all types of corners. In low and medium speed corners, the front wing still provides significant downforce, determined by the settings. Here, the driver wants a car with an agile front axle to make well-executed turns. If the wings were completely rigid, there would be oversteer in fast corners. By flexing the wing, the downforce on the front of the car can be reduced, also affecting the airflow under the car. If done correctly, this can generate slight understeer in fast corners, which is particularly important for naturally aspirated cars, as current rules provide little room to influence airflow. The rigid suspensions of the cars also limit the margin for balancing the car. But the current flexible front wings are designed to improve this, providing the right balance in almost all corners, a significant advantage against competitors. Red Bull knows what is happening and acknowledges that the wing tips are moving to some extent, but it seems that their rivals may be ahead in this aspect. Recently, there have been reports that Red Bull made an unofficial inquiry to the FIA about Mercedes' new front wing. Since the part passed all tests, there is not much that can be done at the moment. The current situation with flexible front wings in Formula One highlights the ongoing battle between innovation and regulation. Red Bull, clearly concerned about the advantages McLaren and Ferrari might be gaining, seeks to maintain fair and balanced competition. However, Mercedes' response, developing its own solution instead of directly contesting its rivals, shows that technical innovation is often the best way to address these situations. The FIA has the challenging task of regulating a sport where the margins of advantage are incredibly narrow and where teams are always trying to find new ways to gain performance. The introduction of stricter regulations is an attempt to keep the game fair, but F1 teams are masters at exploiting loopholes and maximizing every inch of aerodynamic advantage. The fact that Red Bull made an unofficial inquiry to the FIA about Mercedes' new front wing indicates that even championship leaders feel the pressure to keep up with their rivals' innovations. This reflects the highly competitive nature of F1, where every small improvement can mean the difference between winning and losing. It is important to recognize that these technical disputes are an essential part of what makes Formula One so exciting and dynamic. The relentless pursuit of performance leads to technological advancements that benefit not only the sport, but also the automotive industry in general. The ability of teams to quickly adapt to new rules and still find ways to improve performance is a testament to the ingenuity and skill of F1 engineers and designers. On the other hand, there is the risk that these ongoing disputes might distract from the actual competitions on the track, where drivers' skills and race strategies should be the main focus. The FIA must find a balance between allowing technical innovations and ensuring that the sport remains fair and accessible to all competitors. In summary, the issue of flexible front wings shows how Formula One is a battlefield both technologically and sportingly. Innovation is vital, but it must be balanced with the need to maintain the integrity of the competitions. It will be interesting to see how the FIA and the teams navigate these challenges in the coming years. If you want to follow more exciting news and updates about Formula One, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any news from the world of Formula One. Thank you for following along, and see you next time.